Recognizes the gentleman from Alabama.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise in support of my amendment. Federal bureaucrats at the Department of Energy are once again attacking Americans' freedoms to choose their appliances that they want in their homes. They tried to take 50% of the gas stoves off the market, and now they're coming for your room air conditioners. My straightforward amendment would block DOE's overzealous regulation on room air conditioner units from taking effect. Summers in Alabama, as you know, Mr. Chairman, are hot. My constituents, like millions of Americans, use air conditioners to fight this heat. For people who are so concerned about global warming, you'd think they'd want to make air conditioners less expensive, not more. I grew up dirt poor. We couldn't afford an air conditioner, and that was the case for most of the people that we knew where I grew up. What I'm afraid of is that the Biden administration wants us to go back to those times. This rule fits a pattern of Democrat energy policies making life more difficult and more expensive, especially for low-income and middle-income Americans who will struggle to afford the upfront cost of more expensive air conditioning units. Mr. Chairman, this amendment shows a clear difference in the vision between House Republicans and the Biden administration and the House Democrats. House Republicans believe in American energy abundance, and the administration believes in energy restrictions. We believe in consumer choice, and the administration believes in heavy-handed government mandates. We believe consumers back home can make their own decisions, while the administration believes federal bureaucrats, Biden bureaucrats, can decide what Americans can and can't do on a daily basis. If a consumer wants a more efficient, energy-efficient room air conditioning unit, they have the freedom to choose one based on what they think is best, not what the Biden bureaucrats think is best. This rule is another example of vast government overreach and should be stopped. I therefore urge my colleagues to support my amendment. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I reserve the remainder of my time.
Gentleman from Alabama reserves. For what purpose does the gentlelady from Ohio seek
I rise in opposition to the amendment.
Gentlewoman is recognized.
The Department of Energy is charged with implementing congressionally directed energy efficiency standards. And I think it's safe to assume that virtually all Americans, let alone all the people in this room, have benefited from these types of efficiency standards over the course of their lifetimes. Today, the typical new room air conditioner uses 39% less energy than its 1990 counterpart. In that 33-year time span, the Department of Energy raised the efficiency standard for room air conditioners 3 times, and real results happened. The Department of Energy estimates that these new standards will save American families and consumers approximately, are you ready, $1.5 billion per year on their electricity bills. I urge my colleagues to reject this amendment.
Gentlewoman reserves.
I yield back my remaining time.
Gentlewoman yields. Gentleman from Alabama.
This is another example of bureaucratic overreach. Congress is pretty clear in its lawmaking, and as we're finding out as the Supreme Court takes up these issues, we're trying to restore legislative authority to this House. But in regard to this amendment, again, as I said, it shows the clear difference between the vision of the House Republicans and the Biden administration, the House Democrats. And I think that what American public needs is the opportunity to choose what they need for their homes. And I believe if we continue down this path with Republican initiatives on energy, we're going to bring down energy costs, but we'll also respect the right of American citizens to buy whatever they think they need. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back and urge a yea vote in favor of this amendment.
Questions on the amendment from the gentleman from Alabama? Those in favor say yea. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, the yeas have it. The amendment is agreed to.